to bring everything into this area.
Right, you might be able to draw some of the movie business down there too.
Who knows? Well, they were opening up Plymouth Rock Studios in Plymouth, so
right.
You never know.
It's not that far away.
You never know, absolutely.
So let's just go over this again now. What would your casino plan include now? The basic?
It'd be our gaming space, which would have the the slot machines and the table games. There would be a couple little restaurants in, like everybody has a little buffet, a couple other restaurants in there just to accommodate your guest. It will have a hotel. We're looking at something, we're around the 500-room hotel, so you'll be able to look at other hotels in the area. As it grows, then you would add more if you need it.
Right.
I mean, it's not that we're going to put it all up, boom, and wait for people to come. We are going to build it, and then as people come, and as people fill it up, and we feel the need for more room, then you build on.
Right.
We have a tribal population of about 1,000 people, and not only do we don't want to burden the community that we're in, we don't want to burden our tribal members either.
Right.
Because remember, it's everything has a payback to it. So I think our plan is really economically feasible and stable, because we're not going this mega bazillion-dollar destination. We want a gaming floor that's going to generate some monies, and we want a hotel to accommodate the people that are coming, and we want some nice entertainment so we can have the people come there with their families and enjoy a resort-style destination where a whole family can come and enjoy it, because that's where the tourism comes into it.
Okay. So now, and then also you want to help the area businesses any way possible,
Absolutely.
as far from
Absolutely.
the things we discussed.
Absolutely.
But you also want new businesses to come in to be near you.
Right, look at the restaurants that we have in that area, both New Bedford, that surrounding area, and even into Taunton. We've got marvelous Portuguese restaurants. Have you eaten in the Portuguese restaurants in Fall River, New Bedford?
Not lately, to be honest
with you. They are the best.
Yeah.
And with that Portuguese culture, why not send somebody down to have a meal someplace else?
Right. Now there's other tribes also looking to do something similar to this, right? Why are you the best tribe?
Well,
for this?
There are two federally recognized tribes in the state of Massachusetts right now, the Mashpee Wampanoags and the Quinault Wampanoags. Both tribes have the right to game on the Indian Gaming Act, okay, because that's what it's all about. Whether or not we're the best, I'm just saying that we have the land. We have land, we're ready to go. We have no clouds over anything. We don't have to wait for legislative decision on that land, because we're going to proceed to put the land into trust.
Okay. So basically you just need the concept of gaming approved from the state.
Right, we need the concept. There's still a lot of things going on there with the commercial licenses up there. So once they pass the bill and they decide how many licenses or what type of gaming they're going to allow in the state of Massachusetts, then it'll go to another committee that will actually issue the licenses. So I guess those proposals will have to go before them.
Okay, and you feel confident that this is going to move ahead and be ironed out real
absolutely.
shortly?
I think Massachusetts
They had a
is
rough
ready.
week last week.
Yes.
They really did. With they just couldn't seem to agree on anything.
Right.
And I mean, hopefully it comes out in the end.
I think it will. I think Massachusetts is finally ready. Did you ever see it pass so fast? I mean, those gaming bills have been circulating for years.
Oh yeah.
And right now they're moving, and they're moving quickly. I think the state needs the revenues. I think they finally smartened up to say all these revenues that are leaving the Commonwealth, and there is nothing sustaining the ills that come back with it. So we send out all our money out there and get nothing in return.
Right. I'm not a big casino user, but my wife and I probably go every, we went last year and probably maybe a few years before then, but I mean, that's all I notice when we go to Connecticut is all the busloads of Massachusetts people getting off. And it's we have a local columnist, Bill Govea, who does a piece in one of the local papers. He was one of our guests about a year ago. We discussed that here. It's like the money's going to be spent. Why
Absolutely.
not spend it
Why not
here?
spend it here? Why
are we shopping money out of our state? I mean, you know what? If you owned a tire factory and you moved it to Connecticut, people would be screaming at you.
Right.
Okay? And they do anything they can to keep you making tires here.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now you want to open up a gaming casino, and so it's important. We need the revenue.
And we got to keep the money in Massachusetts.
Right.
One of the other things too is that when Massachusetts, I should say, decides to go with the tribes, you got to realize that we're locals.
Yeah.
Money's staying here.
Yeah.
We have a firm commitment to keep our monies domestic and as local as possible. So, and your owners are local people. Like I said, we have 500 plus tribal members that live in this area, okay? So this is the owners of that resort style destination. The monies are going to be spent, generated back in the community. So, I mean, isn't that what we want? We want to keep our monies here in our community. We'd like to see the revenues build in Massachusetts, and Massachusetts certainly does need the money.
Right. Now, I know we got some concept drawings of your plan, and we're going to have our ACE director at the end of the show or during the show. He does all kinds of hocus pocus, and he's really good. He can make things appear on the screen. When we say Mansfield Kitchen Sink at gmail.com, it just magically appears. So he's going to be able to get these on the screen so people can get a rough idea. I know these are concept drawings, not final plans.
This is what our tribal membership approved way back when.
Okay.
It's a beautiful building. It depicts who we are as tribal members and tribal people. So that's where the theme came from of the building, because it's who we are.
Very good. Now I'd like to just take a breather here for a second. I'd like to maybe if you could just tell us a little bit about your tribe. Okay, a little history about yourself. Let the people know who you people are, and can you do that?
We are the people of the First Light. We have inhabited Martha's Vineyard for centuries and centuries and centuries. Our families are from Martha's Vineyard. Our generations don't go that far back. Our people are fishermen, scallopers, whalers. We have a very strong culture. We are a sovereign nation. We have our tribal building and our tribal government on Martha's Vineyard. We are a government-to-government relationship with the federal government. We do have elections. We have 11-member tribal council, and we have the chair, vice chair, treasurer, and secretary. I am also an elected official. I am a member of the tribal council and have been for many, many years. Okay. We have our human service department, our education department. We have health and human services. In fact, I think we're one of the only ones in history that do have an agreement that signed in several years ago, our child welfare agreement with the state of Massachusetts, that when our children go into the welfare system, we have first dibs to take care of them, which was a really big, big step with the Indian government in taking care of who we are and our tribal members. So we do have our tribal building out there. We have housing out there. We have a housing authority. We do have tribal housing on the vineyard. And we have our natural cranberry bogs, and we celebrate our Cranberry Day every October. That's the first Sunday in October. No, first Tuesday in October. And also we have our powwow coming up for all those people in Mansfield and beyond. In September, we have our powwow. You can go on our website. We have our Quina website. I'm not sure what it is up there. It's wampanoag.net, I believe.
Yep.
And see, as tribal government, we don't pay attention to those things. We take care of everything else. We let the other historical people take care of getting all the information out. We're busy running the government, make sure we've got money and our services are there. But our powwow, this is our 5th maybe annual powwow. It's great. We do have busing when you get off the boat in Vineyard Haven and Oak Bluffs to take you to the powwow. You can spend all day there. It's a wonderful event, and hopefully Mansfield and beyond, some people will join us at our powwow.
Now, is your tribe or your area, is that generally open to the public, or?
Our federal roads, we get money to build our roads with the federal government. So technically, yes, you can drive on our roads. We welcome people. We don't want you driving around our housing where our children are running around. Right. But driving up to our tribal building, we welcome you in, and you can come in and take a look at it. We were in one of those magazines of one of those eco magazines, because when we built our tribal building, we have a Clevis motor system for our toilets, for a better word of it.
And how does, what is that basically, without getting into the nitty gritty?
Well, yeah, it's all natural. I mean, it's regenerated and whatever, so it's not going to the sewage and so on and so forth.
Very nice.
So we do have, you know, our building was built
environmentally. So you're
a green
tribe.
We are a green tribe. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, most of the tribes are green tribes because we have brought up to respect the land and respect your elders.
You were the original green people, right?
Absolutely.
Yes? Okay.
And that's why it's so important for one of the tribes that we go back to our indigenous area when we do put our resort-style destination. We'd like to be out of the way. And one of the good things about being in a 240-acre site is that you're not disturbing people. It's a buffer zone. You can put a big buffer zone around there so all the local people that live in that area are not even going to know you're there. Of course, the roads are going to be traveled on, and we will take care of that. All the infrastructure that happens within tribal facilities, the tribes take care of.
Are these similar to what we see in Connecticut? They seem to be out in the woods all by themselves, and it's a nice...
Well, yeah, because that's what they've built theirs on tribal lands. Right. Those were their original tribal lands that they built.
They just don't seem like they're encroaching on anybody.
Right, and that's when Native American casinos are different from the other casinos, and I think people are aware of that now more and more because there are so many more Native American casinos up there. Our standards seem to be a little higher than the regular casinos. Our rules and regulations, our commissions are usually a lot higher than the other ones. I have been working with the gaming commissions, with the tribes for many, many years, and have seen what their commissions do and how regulated they are. So when it comes to tribal gaming, the states don't have to worry about regulatory system. Although we do follow their regulatory system, but we like to pride ourselves that we don't take that regulatory system and take it 10 steps beyond.
Right. I think that's one of the fears people have, is the state's going to get too involved, and you know, there's a little bit of cynicism.
With the commercial, because the state, with the commercial licenses, no matter what you do, whether it's a city, town, community, and it's a commercially run type of thing, the state or the town or the community is involved, because you have to go through your boards and commissions. So, I mean, people will not have much of a choice because the regulatory system will be put in place to, you know, make sure that it's done right for the state of Massachusetts.
Okay. Do you see that the problems they had last week with the smoking and non-smoking would be a problem with the casino once it's built? Or?
Well, I know I'm not a big gamer myself, but I have been to many, many Native American casinos, and I've been to many openings of Native American casinos because we tend to get invitations to all of them. And a lot of them do have the no smoking. A lot of them have the smoking sections, but more and more are becoming lots of non-smoking areas. In fact, when I have gone to Foxwoods and Mohegan, the machines I like, which are the penny and nickel ones, because I'm not spending the big bucks, are in fact in the non-smoking areas.
Right.
And
the $1 and $5 ones that makes the money for the casino.
Right,
and you know where they're located. Yeah.
Right, and I enjoy sitting there and doing it, and I follow, just like most people, they follow their favorite machines.
Yeah.
So I mean, it doesn't matter where it is.
I like one on Royal Caribbean Cruise Lines, and I'm ready to follow again.
Oh, are you? Okay. Let me know what that is.
Yep.
Do you need somebody to carry your bags?
No, I'll tell you. It's called Stampede. I love that
Stampede.
one.
Okay.
So now, so how do you advance your cause now? What is it that needs to be done to advance your cause now?
Right now it's a waiting game. To advance our cause, we just would like people to realize that the Aquinnah tribe has been at this for a very long time, and we have been pounding the doors, walking the State House over and over again, year after year after year. We've had people invest a lot of money. We've spent millions of dollars pursuing a resort-style destination and gaming for our tribe and for the local communities. So with that, we're hoping that the legislative people who have seen us up there for years, and most of the titles might have changed because speakers of the House changed and Senate presidents changed, but those people were there, and most of them we have spoke to over the years. I personally have spoken to them because I have been involved with the gaming initiative since conception. So, and over the last